G'day, I'm Wild Willie, and welcome to another edition of Wild Willie's Wild Outdoors. I was watching a video last night on, I believe his name was Colin Outdoors or something like that, and I apologize if I got it wrong. And he was comparing there the wax cotton balls to the petroleum jelly or Vaseline cotton balls. We all know that the wax cotton balls will burn longer than petroleum jelly. Now the downside is, well, the more wax you put on the cotton ball, the longer it's going to burn. But the downside is, if you put too much wax on there, it's a hard light. You need to be able to break it apart, especially if you're using a flint and steel or magnesium stick or a push pin or anything like that to get your fire started. That's why the petroleum jelly ones are a little bit better for that. You get a dry spot in the middle. Now he had the cotton balls soaked totally in wax. They were rock hard. And now it becomes more of a challenge to light. Granted, it'll burn a lot longer, but it's harder to light. So I'm going to show you guys a little trick. I emailed him last night and told him what I do, and I like this. I learned this from a trapper up in northern Ontario, real bushman. He taught me this. Now I got a piece of cotton ball, rock hard. You'll see there, it's solid through and through. It's going to be a hard time getting this thing lit. I mean, obviously I carry about 4 or 5 methods of lighting a fire, but one of the basics is always a lighter and matches. You should always have that, of course. So here's what I do. When I melt down the candles, or you can go to any craft store and buy wicks, I cut them into about a 3/4 inch length, and I submerge the wick in the wax first, get it wet, and then I twine it into the cotton ball. So this is what this looks like. So I got a hard cotton ball filled with wax, but there's a little wick hanging out the top. Now I can use my lighter, I can use my matches, and I can just light this wick, and it'll burn like a candle for a few minutes before this gets caught up, and it should go off. This will burn for about 20-25 minutes this way, because I got a lot of wax in here. It's an easy light if you got your lighter and your matches, and it'll boil some water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light this up, and we'll boil some water. Alright, there you go. Now I got the wick going. This will burn as a candle for a few minutes just with its flame before it actually hits the cotton. But once the cotton ball goes, she'll go up pretty good, and she'll be able to burn for quite a while. So I'm going to throw this in the little stove there and see if we can boil some water. Let me get set up and I'll get right back. Now you can see the wick still going, but slowly the cotton's starting to light. And once this gets going, she's going to burn and burn and burn. So this is a neat little trick I use. Like again, you couldn't use the flint and steel, the magnesium stick, or the strikers to get it going right off the hop. You do need matches or a lighter or an instant source of flame to get it going, but once you do, it's absolutely brilliant the way it works. Alright, you see it's just starting to catch now. And I got the timer going, and we'll wait and see how long this does burn. I don't know if you can see that too good, but the flame is licking high and the water's already starting to steam. Hasn't come to a boil yet, and it's been 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright, water's boiling. Didn't take too much. She's going good now. The time is 8 minutes and 32 seconds, and the water's boiled. Just off one cotton ball. Heavy soaked in wax with a wick inserted in it. So anyways, we're going to keep on going and see how long this does burn, alright? Just a little side note before I take off for the day. Just a reminder, for those of you that are in bear country, when you're doing this and you're using wax for your cotton balls, please try not to use citronella candle wax. I know it's cheap and it's ready available, but it is a bear magnet, especially for female bears. They love the smell of citronella. I don't know why. I know guys that hunt bears, they won't bite, but they'll rub citronella on a tree, and you'll see in a short time if there's bears around, they come up and they'll rub on the tree to get the citronella smell on them. I don't know why they're attracted to it, but they are. So if you're in bear country, remember, you might want to think twice about using the citronella candle for your wax. All right. Alright, just went out now, and the time is 13:42-43. So anyways, this thing burned for almost 15 minutes off a regular sized cotton ball. It If I use a jumbo one or even twine two of them together, obviously should burn twice as long. But pretty good. The more wax you add, the better and the longer it's going to burn. Like I said, insert that 3/4 inch wick into your wax ball before you dip it, and it'll come out fantastic. I like too that the fact there's not much wax residue. There's a little bit left, but that can go back in the kit, and I can reboil that down and add it to more cotton. Alright, so I'm Wild Willie signing off. I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit of trick on the wax cotton ball and how I use it more than I use a petroleum jelly one, and what I do to make it easy to light. So anyways, I'm out of here, and remember, keep your head up in the bush. You never know what you're going to see.